A look at the schedule as we head up to spring break.
And Severe Weather Awareness Week.
On today on the Air.
One, two, three.
I'm your host with the most, Houston Carver.
And I'm your co-host, Zova the Forte.
We're 2 weeks away from spring break, and they should be very busy. Let's take a look at the schedule for the next couple of weeks. First up this week, remember early college visits will be happening all week. We'll have more details on those during the announcements.
On Wednesday, we'll take part in the statewide safe shelter drill during that morning. We'll have more on that in weather.
On Thursday, 135 students will be taking part in the ICP field trip.
And Friday is Spring Blood Drive.
Next week, National Honor Society will induct its new members on Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. in Civic Hall.
On Wednesday next week, the RHS Percussion Ensemble and Steel Drum Bands will hold their spring concert starting at 7 p.m. in Civic Hall.
And on Friday next week, April 1st will be the final day of the grading period and the last day before we leave for spring break. So finish strong and get your grades up before you leave for break.
We want to take a moment to congratulate the RHS Devilettes who competed in their Winter Guard State Finals over the weekend. The Devilettes finished second out of 34 teams competing in their division. I also want to thank all the RHS staff, students, and administration that have supported them throughout the season. Great job on your season, Devilettes.
Now it's time to take a look at a few announcements with Eddie.
Reminders about early college campus visits this week and your chance to help the junior class raise money for this year's prom. You can support efforts for fundraisers for prom this week by going to Muddy Monkeys on Thursday. 11% of all proceeds sold on this day will go towards the junior class council. So go get some ice cream and help make it a great prom this year. Early college students will be out on college visits this week. Freshmen are out today visiting Anderson University. Juniors will visit Ball State March this Wednesday. They should remember to bring at least $10 for their lunch. And finally, sophomores will be visiting IUPUI on Friday. They need to bring $8 for lunch. See Ms. Folby for details or if you have questions. Sign-ups for the blood drive are going on now. You can get more information and sign up in the cafeteria during any lunch. If you're under 16, you'll need a parent's permission and forms are available at the table where you sign up. The drive is this Friday, so get signed up soon. The Red Hot Bookstore is having a March Madness sale all month. There are new shirts available and some closeout items for only $5. T-shirts are $10, hoodies $20, and quarter zip sweatshirts only $25. Take advantage of the March Madness sales at Red Hot Bookstore in the cafeteria during all 3 lunches. That's your announcements. Back to you guys in the studio.
Spring is here and that means the possibility of severe weather. Let's find out more with Cody.
That's right, this week is Severe Weather Awareness Week and we'll share more about that later. But now let's look at our forecast, which doesn't have any severe weather in store for the next few days. Today is shaping up to be the best day of the week with highs around 50 and lots of sun. Tonight will cool down to the high 30s before getting even warmer tomorrow. But we'll also see some clouds move in on Tuesday and more high winds. We could see wind speeds of 20 to 30 miles per hour on Tuesday with gusts as high as 40 or more. Overnight into Wednesday, it stays windy and warmer with lows only dropping to the high 40s. By Wednesday, wind blows and some rain, and by Wednesday night, some thunderstorms. We'll talk more about that later this week. And for now, they don't look severe, but it's always possible for this time of the year. That's why we have Severe Weather Awareness Week, to prepare for any kind of weather this time of year. The worst, of course, being tornadoes. And if you need any reason for why we practice our safe shelter drill on Wednesday, watch this video by WLKY TV from Louisville about the Henryville tornado from 2012 and what it did to another high school.
March 2nd will always be remembered in southern Indiana as one of tragedy and horror after this year's EF4 tornado struck Henryville and surrounding communities. The West Clark Community School System has released closed-circuit security camera footage from Henryville schools during the tornado. Safe to say the video is simply breathtaking. The video you are about to see shows the catastrophic damage that an EF4 twister can cause. The Furnish Boys Gymnasium, as you can see, was very calm before the lights went out in the building. Now watch. A violent scene erupts. A large portion of the roof and the entire north wall of the gym crumbled under the force of 175-mile-per-hour winds. When the light of outside shines in as the storm passes, the magnitude of the damage is very evident. This camera was actually on that same wall that collapsed on the gym. Look how quickly it caves in. Just outside that same gym, an additional camera was facing toward the east at the same time. Here you can see portions of the exterior of the facility flying through the air like projectiles. Also notice the major devastation occurs in 15 seconds or less as the tornado was racing by at 50+ miles per hour. Another view of the destruction from an outdoor dining area tells the same tale. The roof of the school is torn off while other large objects are picked up and thrown like toys. This angle, pointing toward the playground area, shows the new 2-story elementary wing of the school being destructed and thrown to the ground as debris from nearby homes zooms by. Finally, a camera showing the front parking area. These 2 buses were en route to take children home when they had to return to the school to seek shelter. As the storm approaches, you can see the winds pick up, toppling trees and light poles and actually moving the 20,000-pound school bus.
That's our weather. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Now let's check in with my guys, Austin and Braden, for another March Madness breakdown.
It's slow in RHS sports.
So today we take a larger look inside the Sweet 16 as we bring you Austin and Braden's March Madness bracket breakdown.
First, we look into the South, taking place in Louisville.
The first game here will be Kansas versus Maryland, and we're going to take Kansas in this game. Maryland has been looking really good. Melo Trimble has played great, but I believe that Kansas runs away with this. They've scored the ball phenomenal. I think Kansas runs away with this game.
The next game, Miami and Villanova. I have Villanova and he has Miami. I have Villanova because they've been playing great basketball. They came out and stomped Iowa yesterday, and they just look really good as a team as a whole.
Yeah, I think Villanova looked great yesterday, but Angel Rodriguez has a lot of heart. Miami's been playing great, so I think they might overcome Villanova's scoring ability and take this game. The West region will be taking place in Anaheim, California, and it begins with the Oregon-Duke game.
I have Duke winning this game.
Yeah, Duke definitely. Oregon had a close game last night with St. Joe's. Barely hung on, but I think Duke, after they just stomped Yale, I think their scoring ability, Grayson Allen carries this team. Brandon Ingram's been playing great. I think Duke takes this game. Next game will be Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
I think we both have Oklahoma in this game. Buddy Hield's been playing really great, but Texas A&M came back from a 14-point deficit in 44 seconds last night in order to be in the Sweet 16, but I still have Oklahoma winning.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma's been playing great. They haven't really had any scares. So Buddy Hield takes this, Ryan Spangler. They play great together, so I think Oklahoma takes this.
All right, we move on to the East region taking place in Philadelphia. And our first game is North Carolina versus Indiana.
Indiana played great against Kentucky. Yogi Ferrell led his team. OG Anunoby had great defense all night. But I still think North Carolina with Marcus Page and Bryce Johnson, they have looked absolutely phenomenal during this tournament. Little scared in their last game, but after halftime, they kind of took it away.
All right, Notre Dame, Wisconsin.
Little bit of a upset kind of here, Wisconsin and Notre Dame being in. Not a lot of people expected that, but I think Notre Dame is going to take this game, although Wisconsin has looked really great.
Yeah, they hit that buzzer beater last night in order to move on to the Sweet 16, so look out for them.
Lastly, we break down the Midwest region being held in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. First game is Virginia, Iowa State.
Virginia, I think they run away with this game. I think it's going to be close for the first half, but then after in the second half, they're just going to run away with it.
Yeah, Virginia's looked great. Little bit trouble scoring. I think Virginia's defense takes them far in this game. They take away Georgia's Niang and Nader here. I think Virginia takes this game largely.
Okay, and a really big upset. The 11 seed Gonzaga and the 10 seed Syracuse.
Yeah, Syracuse played really good against Middle Tennessee, but I think Gonzaga's bigs are too much to handle for them. Sabonis and Welcher there on the outside and the inside here. Gonzaga is really good, been playing great lately. I think they take this game.
See, I have Syracuse. Even though I don't think they should have been in the tournament in the first place, I feel like they should go to the Elite Eight. All right, so the games begin on Thursday, March 24th, and carry past to the Elite Eight on Sunday, March 27th.
Make sure you tune in next week as we analyze the Final Four right here on Austin and Braden's Bracket Breakdown. Now back to you guys in the studio.
That's our show. Have a great day.